I'm sure it's been a whirlwind for you over the last couple of months. Just take us through what it's been like for you since becoming a Stanley Cup champion.
It's been amazing, the best summer of my life. Just been really taking it all in and all these celebrations with my friends, my family, and I had a little parade with my hometown. It's just been so amazing, and I really wake up every morning and look at my pictures every day and really take it all in. Realize that I'm a Stanley Cup champion. That's forever. So I'm very grateful.
AJ, take us back to when you become a member of the Florida Panthers. What's going through your head? Do you automatically think like, man, I'm going to a pretty special group, a special team, and I have a chance to win a Stanley Cup here, and it's very realistic?
Definitely. Actually, I watched Game 7 of last year's finals, and it was a pretty thrilling game. And I looked at how the Panthers play, and those were it was a team that I had an option to go to, and it was a tough time for me. I had broken my foot in Calgary. Wasn't sure if I was ever going to be the same player as I was because of just the gravity of the injury. But I chose Florida because of the style of play they play. They were losing a couple pieces on the fourth line, and I thought I could step in and make a difference. And seeing them in that Game 7, how resilient they were, and how detailed they were in their game plan, and how ferocious they were on the forecheck. Like, that's exactly what I wanted to do, and that's exactly what I had in mind coming in. Is not really moving anything major, just kind of fitting in and kind of, you put a piece of paper in a folder and it fits in perfectly. I really wanted to put my spice on the table, but also just fit in and kind of be an addition to this group. And it's been an amazing journey so far, and I'm so grateful to have another year.
Well, you're a guy who's been in a lot of different locker rooms around the NHL, and when you got to Florida, like, was there something that stuck out as to why it's so special there? Because it seems like the culture is just top notch compared to the rest of the league.
Definitely, the culture is all of it. There are really little things that you think about when you think about culture, and I could name so many, but I think one that stands out that's small for me is the patch on the jersey. Vinny Viola, who's our owner, he's an Army guy, and I think that patch, rather than a number, kind of represents a group as one. It's a Florida patch, and also a little thing like the way these guys work in the gym and work as one are never kind of settled on being a champion. I mean, coming into, I wasn't really sure what to expect coming in after the team won already this year. And they were just so hungry to win again. Everyone was on the same page as far as just putting everything out on the line every single game and preparing for the playoffs. It was really beautiful to see. So definitely the culture on and off the ice. We have so many different personalities, but again, once you get out and you get to the battle and the thick of things, everyone's on the same page. So it's such a fun environment to come to every single day with the staff and the coaches, the players. It's been an unbelievable journey. And you're in Florida. I mean, they always talk about earn it and have fun and enjoy Florida, and that's really what we've been doing. You got guys fishing, got their boats, you got guys golfing. We really enjoy the lifestyle, but it comes with a price, and I think that everyone is signed up to really do what it takes to win.
Our guest is AJ Greer of the Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. AJ, I was telling these guys about Game 2 in the press box when I sat next to you, and you, of course, go back into the lineup in game number 3. You never leave, and you make a huge impact. Like, what was the turning point for this team? Because here in Toronto, we remember the Leafs are up 2-0. The Leafs are up 3-1 in game number 3. Marchand scores in overtime, and the rest is history. What changed with the Panthers between game 2 and game 3?
I don't think anything changed mentally. And the game plan was really the same thing, but I think we just had to figure out a way to be a little bit quicker with how we did things. And we had to be the instigator, and we had to be, we call it lead dog, right? So we had to be first to pucks, and we had to be a little bit quicker with everything that we did. But just how calm these guys were being down 2-0. I really didn't know what to expect that night. we played some cards and at the hotel and then on the plane the next day. And you're not sure as a new guy what to expect being down in a situation like this. We've never really faced that much pressure throughout the year compared to how big of a moment that was. And I just remember getting on that plane and you got guys joking around. It's the kind of the same energy. And they always talk about staying even keel and knowing that this series is going to go to a game 7. So we were prepared for that. I think being in front of our fans was a huge push for our energy. And as soon as Marshy scored that goal, we were just on the same page, and we just kind of took that energy and ran with it.
So Paul Maurice spoke really glowingly about your line that enters Game 3. It's you, Nosek, and Gadjevich. And, prior to that game, I would imagine you guys are, getting ready. And, do you guys have any kind of dialogue as far as what you want to accomplish getting thrown in and bring something to the table? Or was it just, one of these unspoken things, we're just going to go in and we're going to work as hard as we can and see what happens?
No, we got off the plane, actually, 3 of us at the same time. Paul was waiting below the stairs as we came off the plane, told us we were going in as a group, as a line, and just to stick to what we do best and what we've been doing the last 20 games that we played together. We kind of walked to our cars looking at each other, not speaking too much, but we kind of knew what we had to do. And we did it perfectly. And I think it just, our energy together came in so well at the right time. And once you do well one game, it kind of transfers to the other, and then you're just on a roll and you figure out what works, what doesn't. And for us, it was just to keep it so simple that the opportunities are going to come. Just stick to what you know best defensively and on the forecheck, and set up the next line. That was the biggest thing for us. Is we talked as a line is set up the next line for success. Whether that's the other team icing it, a face-off in the offensive zone. As long as you set up that next line and you win your shift, you did your job.
Our guest is AJ Greer of the Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. So there was a lot of partying that you guys did after you won the Stanley Cup, like a crazy amount. I was live streaming the Elbo Room at times just to see what was going on.
No,
there.
you weren't.
I was 9 a.m.
That's
I do morning radio.
Embarrassing, man. You
I
can't
do morning
admit
radio
that to this guy. You won a Stanley Cup.
I do morning radio. We're looking for things to entertain us. But there was this
guy's streaming Elbo Room. He's got a coffee next to him.
Yeah, that's right.
He gets a beer from the fridge.
Yeah, you know me too well, AJ.
The real reason why you played so well is because you didn't want to listen to him in the press box anymore talk your ear off, wasn't it?
You might be right.
We had some good conversations.
We did. We had a great conversation. That's why AJ came on the show. Nothing to do with your relationship with him, Frank. We know that. But as far as this $500,000 tab that it was Matthew Tkachuk and Brad Marchand talked about, I think it was at Live Miami, if I'm not mistaken. And they said you guys got comped $500,000.
It was 11.
It was 11. Sorry, 11. Yes, my mistake. So how does that work? Take us through that night and the experience of a $500,000 bar tab. It's just like, go ahead.
Let me tell you, number 10 on the Florida Panthers does not take care of the bill. No, I have no clue. I just kept seeing gold bottles and rosé bottles come out. No, it was a great night. I think just all of it. Like, ever since we won, it was so fun to be in that locker room after we were in the locker room dancing and partying to, the best songs with all of our family and friends till 5 a.m. Next thing you know, you go home. I had an hour nap. I was back at the Elbo Room at 8.
The breakfast buffet.
An hour nap. That's so good.
I got Dunkin' Donuts on the way. I ate it up on the second floor of the Elbo Room, and then had a beer with it. And then I was looking around, and I was like, God, I don't know if with all these parties, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get, a nice trim and my haircut. Like, I look like a slob. And I texted my barber, and he actually came to the Elbo Room and gave a cut to a few of the boys.
Nice. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, so, no, it's, we had such a good time. The team just did such a great job at giving us opportunities to really celebrate and have the cup with us. And really, really enjoy it. Best time of my life. And it's just, it goes without saying, like, this group is such an unbelievable group of guys, so close together. And in every step of the way, like, we were so confident with what we were doing. and we just enjoyed it so much. I remember winning Game 7 after guys were dancing in the locker room and for 5 minutes, and then after that 5 minutes, music shut down, and it was like back to business. Like, let's go. So there's a very good balance of work and fun, but we, like you said, like Marshy, Chucky, we got some guys that can go, and we got some good personalities, and just it's so fun.
Well, and they're all coming back, right? Like Bill Zito, I'm sure, I was shocked that he was able to get all three, Marchand, Ekblad, and Bennett, all to come back, and basically the band's back together to try and make a three-peat here. Like, what was the mood maybe in the team group chat when you found out that everyone's coming back for another go at it?
Yeah, Bill's a magician, because I tell you what, we didn't know what was going to go on. And we really just like enjoyed our time together and hoping that it wasn't our last. And as soon as we saw Benny sign, like the group chat went nuts. Everyone was so happy, fired up. And Benny wrote "Love you boys," and then 2 seconds later, Marshy writes "Love you boys too," and the group chat went insane. Like, we couldn't believe. We thought he was messing around, because he always messes around, right? And we were like, "Are you serious? No way!" And everyone started questioning the message, sending question marks. And then it came out. And then, of course, Eki, like, just such great guys to have. And I'm so happy everyone's back. It's almost like a AAA summer team. Like, the band's back together. Everyone's excited. And there's no, like, barely any new faces. I mean, it's going to be such a fun thing to do.
Oh, life is good as a Florida Panther, eh, Frank?
Paul Maurice talked about this a lot. I think it was after the first Cup where, he mentioned some guys that maybe they were healthy scratched at times or didn't have prominent roles on the team, but they were like the center of what happened in the dressing room. So if there was an inside joke, it was, just because you play 10 minutes a night doesn't mean you can't have a big personality or be who you are in that room. Is that something that you guys really take a lot of pride in? Because, like, you've played on a few teams now. Like, that's not something that you see everywhere. There's some teams where it's like, you're a fourth line guy, you have a fourth line role when it comes to the camaraderie in the room.
Yeah, and that goes back to the culture. No one's as big as the logo, and truly everyone's on the same level, and everyone gets along with each other. Everyone hangs out with different groups of guys all the time. It's just a rotation of who you go to dinner with on the road. And you talk about culture. Another thing that really was amazing to me, as soon as Barkey got the cup, we celebrated as a team. They announced to the guys on the ice that whoever didn't win it yet is going to go first and have their lap. And I thought that was just so special. You can't wait to get your lap. You can't wait to get your hands on it. And for them to think in that moment to get the guys that hasn't won it yet, it's just a small gesture that means the world to me, right? Mm-hmm. What a moment. And it just, again, it comes back to culture and the leaders and who follows. It's really just a special, special group.